the outcome would be, oh, I want to take a trip somewhere. I see others able to take a trip to go somewhere just for pleasure.
It would be easy to do that. It wouldn't be scraping it together or robbing Peter to pay Paul.
Robbing Peter to pay Paul.
So there would be joy and love, and there I hear freedom and abundance.
Yes.
With transformational finances.
This is The Growth Moment with your coach, Amy Kay. Inspiration, ideas, and incredible insights for you to be more and do more. Get ready to grow today. This is the second of 2 mini coaching episodes. They are companion pieces to episode 53, where I give you the tool to move from transactional to transformational. This mini coaching deepens your learning and lets you witness the shift in real time. Today's coaching is about 10 minutes or so with one of my clients at a recent group event. It was a Zoom video, so not my usual recording quality, but the content is powerful. My client wants to shift her finances, both the reality as well as her mindset. A desire to have less anxiety and more confidence. This is almost a universal desire, certainly something many of us can relate to. I hit it in my own life and family and throughout my years of coaching. We start with my client describing where she still holds a transactional mindset around money, limiting, tight, anxious, scarcity. However, we quickly move into imagining what transformative finances would feel like, be like. Listen for the shift. You can pretty much tell the difference in my client's voice and energy level when she is in one mindset or the other. It's palpable. As we coach, I get to use a big handful of additional tools and techniques along with the tool in episode 53. So cool. As you listen and learn from the coaching, see what insights or ahas you get from witnessing the shift. Notice the questions I ask, the perspectives we explore, and what creates the change. At the end, I go over the highlights before you go off to do your own transformation and practice the tool in episode 53. We start after I ask my client what she wants to transform today.
I still feel so transactional around finances.
Well, it's the ultimate, it's almost built on a transactional finances.
And how to allow it to become a transformational force in my life. Okay. It's still not there, even though as you know, I've made huge changes of my whole mindset, but it's still not enough because there's still anxiety, right? There's still that unknown. There's that lack of confidence. Yeah, even though I'm doing things every day to help take care of myself financially, it kind of comes back to something that was said in a group context of taxes. It's like the anxiety of that.
Take a moment. Sometimes when I'm doing this transactional to transformational, I start with the transactional, but I think with you, I want to start with the transformational. So yeah, close your eyes and imagine and feel and sense and intuit. What does transformational finances, what would that be like? What can you imagine?
Keeps coming back to me is what I've worked on before, is that point of exchange and where is the joy and the love that is experienced from that exchange point.
So transformational finances would have a lot of joy and love. Is that right?
Yes.
So just stay there for a moment without worrying about, but how does that happen? Imagine a lot of joy and love in every aspect of finances.
the outcome would be, oh, I want to take a trip somewhere like someone else. I see others able to take a trip to go somewhere just for pleasure.
It would be easy to do that. It wouldn't be scraping it together or robbing Peter to pay Paul.
Robbing Peter to pay Paul.
So there would be joy and love, and there I hear freedom and abundance.
Yes.
With transformational finances.
Yes.
What comes up? What limiting beliefs, if any, are popping up or inner critic when we describe that kind of financial space?
Spending that kind of dollar amount now prevents security for the future.
So there's I often say, so that's very transactional. It's either or.
Right.
So either I can have abundant trips, pleasure, joy, and love, or I can have security, stability. I can do the responsibility.
Right. Because that, quote has been my weakness. I'm not being responsible about what I do with my financial resources, and maybe there is an element of truth there.
So what element of truth is there of what you do want to honor or that you want to be part of that transformational space?
I can be very compulsive with the dollar.
And impulsive as well.
Yeah, impulsive. That's actually probably.
Yeah, no, but compulsive, yeah, I get it. And impulsive.
Of how I use the dollars, how I have, oh, I've got this money. Okay. It's that old.
Let me go have the latte. Let me go have the treat. Let me go do something nice.
Yeah, I need something. We were talking
about how it's been at odds, right? The transactional is, again, the either or. I can be impulsive and do nice things for myself, or I can be responsible. I can be self-sacrificial, I'm hearing.
Yes.
So that is an old story. Paint me a picture of a both and world.
Both and. And I guess that's where I don't know how or what that even would feel like.
Use your creativity. Imagine it for maybe somebody else, how it could be true. Maybe for one of your children, of how they might be able to live in nice things for themselves, nice experiences, wonderful trips, and security and stability.
Well, I know that one child, two of my children, but I'm going to focus on one of my thinking, are already good about, with their current resources, okay, I'm going to do this with this amount of money and this with this, all those transactional steps to set themselves up to do the things they want to do. And it's like, wow, I understood how to do that and had that within me at a much younger age, I would be in a different place now. But I didn't do that.
So what's the limiting belief there?
It's hard to teach old dog new tricks.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. It's the worst thing. One of the worst inner critic standbys is it's too late.
Yeah. So
so Kelly, transactional is it's too late. It's like I had to do it then because then this would have happened, as opposed to what's the transformational way to believe? Caterpillar is always a caterpillar, or
it can transform to a butterfly. So setting up for me maybe some ceremony and ritual before I go to the to-do list. I've been practicing those steps, those behaviors in my life for other things.
But bringing it into the finances. I
think for me would be a step.
So Phil, it's like just the next step isn't, okay, we've transformed it all, it's done. It's what I hear is the transformation is trying on a new belief. That's the next step of what if it can be both responsible and secure and expansive and abundant, and that trips are part of my life. They are not a stolen pleasure.
Stolen pleasure.
They are given. They are right. They are your birthright. Yeah, feel that for a moment. Okay. So what's the action? How do we make it? Is that enough? Do you need something else?
That's, I think, enough for the moment, just to make sure I'm using tools I already know.
Yeah.
And bringing them into this realm of my finances at another level to help me continue to move forward in my growth in my relationship with finances.
Like in episode 54, the other mini coaching, the transformation only took around 10 minutes. It all started with having my client imagine what it would be like to have transformational finances. Imagination is a powerful force. I want to point out a few of the other coaching techniques. Besides imagining or visioning the desired state of being, we really worked on challenging underlying limiting beliefs. My client had this either or thing going. Either she could have joy, love, and freedom with finances, or she could be responsible and secure. Either or is often found in the transactional mindset, along with a lurking inner critic. We explored and just tried on a both and. What if finances can be both filled with joy and love and security and responsibility? Such a simple change, but that is an empowering belief, not limiting. Another important technique was giving the client permission to imagine the what she wanted to feel, with no need to figure out the how. Jumping into, but how can I do that, often shuts down a shift. Also, when my client got stuck with envisioning the both and, I don't know what that would look like. I asked if she could imagine it for one of her children. Boom, things started to flow again. Moving it outside of ourselves, thinking what we would want for a loved one, can magically make a shift. Finally, notice the trick with focusing on just the very next step at the end to continue the transformational shift. We didn't need a long list of tasks, just one action. In this case, to try on the new both and belief as a ritual before doing any financial work. I'm super curious what stuck out for you, what insights and ahas you might want to jot down. This is how you deepen your learning and dial up your ability to coach yourself. I loved pulling together this mini coaching along with the one in episode 54 to help you practice this shift from transactional to transformational. If you haven't listened to episode 53 yet, do so. That is where I give you the details on the actual tool. As always, let me know what's working, where you are getting stuck, and how you are growing. Nothing is more fun for me than hearing from you. Remember that you can have your own growth moment, one-on-one private coaching, or join one of my coaching groups or workshops. To get the scoop, visit thegrowthmoment.com and do subscribe, follow on your favorite podcast app, as well as my YouTube channel. Now get out there and grow today.